calm but wet beginning here in Ohio. And here our option is the Tesla connector, which is where we're going to need the J1772 adapter to connect this, turn it into one of these. So we'll hook all that up, we'll look at the two different Lectron options that now exist and the one that we used before versus the one that we use now, and get it all plugged in. Open charging port door.
Opening the charging port door.
So again, you have the basic Tesla adapter, then you have the female end for that. You just slot them together. A little release button on the bottom there, trigger. So that gives you a slightly less elegant but still very usable Tesla connector, and just turns it into a J1772 for this kind of connection. You can see there, 2 pixels. Pop that in. So there you are. This is the pixelated charging display, so you can tell roughly how much you've got. So this is in the lower 25% of the battery pack, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, all the way up to the upper quarter, up to 100. And then when it's fully charged or fully pixelated, it will be solid block. So there's also an indicator I haven't looked at much, but on the front here you can see you have the same pixels. So there'll be 4, an extra 2 here, not illuminated right now. It gives you a kind of subtle, distant clue of how much you're charged up. A full overnight charge will get you to 100%. You don't really need to do that much today. We'll probably only go to 70 or 80 for local pootling. But this is it's a NEMA 1050 plug, but I think I'll have to look on the specs of the Tesla connector that we're using. I think is a lower amperage than the 48 that the adapter can take. So if you're able to find a higher power Tesla connector, you'll be able to get more kilowatts out of it. I think the IONIQ 5 goes up to 10 or 11 kilowatts. I have to check that. But you can get a slightly faster level 2 charge, although if you're waiting overnight, really wouldn't make much difference. It's just a very functional piece of kit, you know. I'll go through some of the kind of hoops that some people have had. It's just, for me, it was just turning the car off and letting it do its thing, and then it starts charging up. But I've had that less visibly on the Bolt, where it takes about 30 seconds to recognize the Tesla adapter, and then you're off to the races. But for now, we are charging with a slightly more elegant Lectron Tesla adapter. And if we head back to the mini frunk, we'll have our next Lectron item, specifically for my Tesla family here. A simple charger mount. So a space for them to slide in the Tesla cable here when we're not using it. Frees up a little more space for us. We can take a look at this. Pretty simple stuff, a little bit of hardware, which we'll keep handy. Wall attachments. Just a little space to hang that in, so you'll have your cable management up the top, loop it around. We have some of that already here, as you can see with our J1772 extender. This will be a little more neat, maybe on there, maybe here, depending on where they want it. but that'll be a little socket they can have that in to protect it. There's not anything in the elements here with the garage, obviously, but a little bit more neat. So we'll hook that up and see how it looks. Okay, so we'll mount this thing. We're going to do it right here where the existing hook is. We'll just slide it up with the hardware that comes with it. Already got a wooden board in there, so we won't use the anchors. Very simple stuff, nothing that anyone who hasn't put up shelves before can't achieve. But stick it on time lapse here and look at the final result. Okay, we've got the fitment. A simple slide on the back there. Slide that over the top. Nice solid addition to keeping cables organized.